If you've ever stared at your bank account and thought, maybe I should have spent more time shooting hoops instead of hitting the books, then let me introduce you to the ultimate proof, Michael Jordan. But how did he get so rich? Sure, we all know about his basketball skills, but is dribbling and dunking really enough to be worth $3.2 billion? So ready to feel broke? Let's dive into the world of stupidly expensive things Michael Jordan owns. Michael Jordan burst onto the NBA scene in 1984 with the Chicago Bulls. And let's just say he didn't come to play. Except he did. Literally. Over the course of his illustrious career, he won 6 NBA championships, 5 MVP awards, and probably dunked on more people than we can count. After dominating the court for 15 seasons, including 2 retirements and comebacks, he finally retired for real in 2003. And how much did his airness make from his NBA salary? Just a casual $90 million. I mean, that's enough to live comfortably, right? But wait, $90 million? If that's all he made on the court, then why in the world is he worth $3.3 billion today? The answer is one word: Nike. Back in 1984, both Adidas and Nike decided to take a gamble and sign a fresh-faced rookie who was making serious waves to a shoe deal. They probably thought, hey, maybe this guy will sell a few sneakers. They were very right. Unfortunately, Adidas didn't offer as much as Nike was, so Jordan went with Nike instead.
But at that time, Adidas was a European brand product that they didn't really make a strong, push for the States, and they didn't feel like it was worth it, which in hindsight is perfect for me because it made my decision that much easier, and I ended up with Nike.
The Air Jordan line became an absolute monster, and to date, that deal has brought in more than $1.8 billion for Jordan. And speaking of those iconic shoes, Jordan's shoe collection is something out of a dream. But let's just focus on the Air Jordans. Michael owns every pair that has ever been released, including all the exclusives and limited editions that fans would trade their left leg for. Seriously, don't even try to calculate how much that collection is worth. Your calculator might short circuit from the sheer number of zeros. Just to give you an idea of the kind of cash flow we're talking about, he once auctioned off 6 pairs of his shoes for a staggering $8 million. Yeah, you heard that right. $8 million for shoes. But MJ is not sitting around counting sneaker money. Nope, the man is out here stacking businesses like they're championship rings. Let's start with his little side hustle as a stakeholder in the sports betting company, DraftKings. Yeah, that small-time operation where people bet on games while wondering why they didn't choose to become professional athletes themselves. Then there's Sincoro Tequila, where Jordan's a co-owner. Apparently, dunking on your opponents is thirsty work, and what better way to relax than with top-shelf tequila? And because apparently tequila pairs well with steak, he's also the proud proprietor of 3 Michael Jordan steakhouses. But honestly, all these businesses are just casual hobbies for MJ. We're about to get into the big leagues, literally. In 2020, MJ did something that turned heads faster than a NASCAR race itself. He partnered up with Denny Hamlin and became co-owner of the 23XI racing team, making him the first black NASCAR owner in 50 years. And if you think, hey, he's new to this, he'll need time. Well, think again. The team, though a rookie in the racing world, took home first place at the Yellowwood 500. Suddenly, their team value shot up faster than one of Jordan's dunks, now worth close to $150 million. But that's just a warm-up. That's nothing compared to his biggest franchise play. Let's rewind to 2010, when Jordan decided to go all in on his hometown NBA team. He bought a majority stake in the then Charlotte Bobcats for $275 million. Now, $275 million was a huge investment, even for MJ, but it was a smart investment. He held on, surviving the cringeworthy years when the Bobcats had the worst win-loss record in NBA history.
Dance. Westbrook again! Russell Westbrook! Dazzling! Trap and then foul at some point if they can't get a steal. And a timeout is taken by Charlotte. James Borrego will use his final timeout.
Fast forward to 2023, the team's now known as the Charlotte Hornets, and Jordan decided it was time to cash out. How much did he sell his major stake for? Just a staggering $3 billion. Now, as if dominating the world of sports, betting, booze, and steak wasn't enough, MJ's also got a real estate portfolio that leaves most homeowners in the dust. Let's start small, by Jordan standards, of course. He's got properties spread across the country, like his Park City, Utah holiday home, currently listed at $7.5 million. There's also his $25 million mansion in Jupiter, Florida, where he and his wife Yvette reside. The house is located in the ultra-exclusive Bears Club. a gated community designed by golf legend Jack Nicklaus. You know, just in case Jordan wasn't already a big enough deal. His property spans 3 acres of greenery, providing the kind of privacy only a billionaire, or a particularly elusive NBA star, could enjoy. The mansion contains 11 bedrooms and bathrooms, a cigar room, a full-size basketball gym, because of course, a media room, and even a guest house and a pool house. And let's not forget his $2.8 million place in North Carolina, sitting pretty on a golf course because apparently when you retire from basketball, the next natural step is hitting the greens. But now, let's get to the mansion. You know, the one that's practically an extension of his brand. Sitting on 56,000 square feet in the Chicago suburbs, this sprawling estate has MJ written all over it. Literally. The number 23 is boldly branded on the gates because, of course, you want everyone to know whose house this is before they even step foot inside. Listed for a whopping $29 million, the mansion boasted some insane features. An NBA regulation basketball court complete with the iconic Air Jordan logo and a cigar lounge. But here's the thing, the house just sat there, and it sat some more. For over 12 years, no one wanted to cough up that much dough for a house that practically screamed, "You better be a diehard MJ fan to live here." Eventually, the price was slashed, and it was even taken off the market at one point. But in 2024, after more than a decade, the mansion finally found a new owner for about $14 million. Maybe it just took the right buyer, a millionaire with a thing for cigars, basketball courts, and, well, Michael Jordan's entire existence. It's no surprise that Michael Jordan loves spending his millions on luxurious toys. After all, when you're busy dominating basketball and living as a cultural icon, you need something to blow off steam. Sure, some people pick up hobbies like gardening or knitting, but MJ? Nah. He buys cars that go faster than most people's life decisions. When he's not busy owning NBA teams or constructing golf courses with price tags that make entire countries wince, he's often spotted in some of the most absurdly expensive, jaw-droppingly fast cars in existence. First up, we have the Chevrolet Corvette C4, a gift from Chevrolet when he was just 21 years old, worth about $28,000. This classic ride, featured in the 18, was the perfect symbol of his newfound fame. With a customized license plate reading Jump 23, it was the vehicle that helped him start his ascent into the car collector legend. Talking about getting a head start on the competition. Next, let's get to the crown jewels of MJ's collection. Starting with the Bugatti Veyron Sang Noir, which will set you back a cool $2.2 million. With only 12 in existence, this sleek black beauty is more exclusive than a VIP club on opening night. Capable of reaching speeds of 253 miles per hour, it's like a stealth jet on wheels. Then there's the Hennessy Venom F5 Roadster, which takes the crown for his most outrageous purchase at $3.5 million. It's one of the fastest convertibles in the world, and it can accelerate from 0 to, what just happened, faster than you can say Air Jordan. With only 30 ever made, Jordan's car is one of the few that can boast a Fury V8 engine and butterfly doors, and was hand-delivered to him by the Hennessy CEO at his private golf club. You know, the kind of car that makes other luxury cars look like something off Amazon Kids section. Of course, no car collection would be complete without a few more heavy hitters. Take the Ferrari F12 Testarossa, for example, which he bought for $212,000 in 1989. This stunning ride was not just a head turner, but also nearly got MJ in trouble when he was caught going 90 miles an hour in a 60 mile an hour zone. I mean, can you blame the guy? When your car looks like it rolled off a movie set, it's practically a crime not to drive it fast. So while the rest of us are out here clipping coupons and nervously watching gas prices rise, MJ's out there with cars that cost more than the GDP of a small island nation. Jordan toys also extend beyond cars to include other vehicles. His custom Gulfstream G550, for instance. This isn't just any private jet. It's a flying palace with 3 living areas, 2 bathrooms, and more amenities than a 5-star hotel. And let's not forget the $350,000 he shelled out for a custom elephant print job. And it doesn't end there. Jordan also owns a jaw-dropping 240-foot super yacht named Joy, purchased for a cool $80 million. With 5 decks, 7 cabins, and even a basketball court. It's clear that MJ takes his leisure time as seriously as his game. To top it off, the yacht also has 3 speedboats to zip around in, just in case he needs a quick escape from the paparazzi or wants to race his buddies across the water. You know you've arrived when your boat has its own boats. And let's not forget his Catch-24 fishing boat, which cost him an impressive $8 million. When it comes to hobbies, Michael Jordan doesn't just dabble, he goes all in. Tired of public golf courses, in 2019 he decided to acquire 246 acres of land to create his very own country club, the Groove 23. This exclusive establishment is invitation only, and membership will set you back a cool $250,000 with an additional $20,000 monthly fee. That's right, getting your golf game on with MJ is not for the faint of heart or the financially challenged. But don't get too excited. Even if you're willing to cough up the cash, only 80 invited members can call this swanky spot home. The list is so exclusive that even former President Barack Obama has been spotted enjoying a round there. Imagine pulling up to the 18th hole and casually teeing off alongside a former commander-in-chief. But Michael has a problem. He has an addiction, and it's not to high-speed cars or multi-million-dollar yachts. Nope, it's cigars.
What are your favorite
My
cigars?
favorite?
Yeah.
Partagas Lusitanians is my favorite.
So you like a big cigar?
I like a big cigar. I can smoke a small cigar too. I like variety.
And get this, he doesn't just smoke one, but 6 per day.
I smoke 6 cigars a day, maybe.
His favorite brand is the Partagas Lusitanias, which run anywhere from $14 to $24 each. If you do the math, that means over the past 20 years, he spent close to $200,000 on cigars alone. That's a hefty sum for a hobby that literally goes up in smoke. But when you have pockets as deep as MJ's, it's hard to put a price on the good life, even if it is burning a hole in his pocket, no matter how tiny.